Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Due to the time differences, I hope everyone is doing well by the grace. Happy New Year.
Hey, Adwoa Odo Nsem Renaso. Make us say why you meja. Omo ye ko pass na ye tie no. Ono de oba. Oso ne bu. Na wa chire chire nsem apensem pensem. Awa we mu wa chiasie. Inti odofo besemi yanko. What I mean is, beloved, Adwoa Odo Nsem is here. Let us go and listen to her. All you have to do is to give her your listening ears. She's going to bisect, trisect, dissect, and even intersect the words of this life to you. I am going to listen to Odo Nsem. Media Miko, Miko cry, Miko Tieno, share, when Tina, why yo, the counselor back up, no size, oh yeah, kick,
Brother Brian, me that's it. When the brother Ankra Aquez, Nyami Shramo, Nemo, awesome jingle. Monsumu Yekikim, Ankasa, Mema Adofonum Nianina, Aquaba. Apomu Etisen. Hey, Brother Brian, Brother Brian, you landed early. Brother Isaac Amweni, Memo Wakwaba, Michia. So, Memo Ubia Afishiapa. Yeah, that's a faithful frono, and then exactly 7 days into no Afishiapa ne koso. Happy New Year, everybody. Um, no, this is the love. How are you? By the grace of God, I am doing really well. Uh, also, at the same, Brother Brian. Okay, so today's topic is that there is no perfect partners. All right, so I'm going to be talking about the imperfection in relationship or of relationships, marriages, and in general life decisions, because at times some of us make decisions and then down the line we realize, okay, maybe this wasn't such a good decision. um, Normally, I'm a positive person, and I try to always like focus on the positivity, because a lot of times when you draw energy, you know um draw energy, negative energy, you become part of it. But today I'm going to literally focus on the talking about the elephants in the room, because sometimes some of us tends to like don't want to talk about the elephants in the room. Hey, it's Pastor Yabs in here. I'm offended. Pastor Yabs. Apomutu is saying, Afishiapa, 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 is good to see you. So, like, we're going to talk about the elephants in the room, because, we don't want people, or I certainly do not want people thinking that um, relationship and marriages, are perfect and there's no issues. And any perfect relationship or marriages, there's something wrong somewhere. It's either the couples are pretending, or like, there's a lot of dishonesty, you know so many other things. So I know, right? She's in the building for sure. So I want to like, go into that aspect. I just want to like um send this to my baby sister because I want her to be here. Uh-huh. And you guys, please contribute. Bring your comments if you want to call me. Some of you have my WhatsApp number. Some of you don't. So those who don't have my WhatsApp number can call me through my messenger. Or you can ask me and I'll send you the link so you can join in for sure. Chiamieje, what the Tehonumna. Tehonuma say. So I normally he's in the same room with me. So most of the time I just trying to be not to get distracted, okay? I'm focusing, truly focusing. All right. So let me focus. All right. Hold on. I just need to invite some. Okay, Pastor Okoso, of course. Pastor Samuel Okoso. And Pastor Samuel Okoso and I will come live tomorrow. We took 2 weeks off for the holidays, so we done with the holidays. So we're going to be resuming tomorrow. And we have a hot topic is, some couples actual life, issue that we come in to talk about. So it's going to be hot, 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 hot. All right, so I'm done with the. I don't know why I can't get into here. So let me just go. I can't get in there. I'm not sure why that is, but that's weird. So, Sister Aisha near Ovesima, Papa, oh, thank you, Sister Yabs. O Pastor Nedi Aka, Upo Wumpo, Unsa Aka, Yedi Amount. Oh my, so sisters have dogged me. Oh, I'm sorry, sis. To tell you the truth, I have not been, I have not been consistent checking up on you, and I want to apologize. I'm not going to fake it here. I haven't been checking up on you. So forgive me. This is a new year. So give me a second chance to kind of like restore myself. Sister Aisha, Uncle Neo Besima Memo Aquaba, Apomo Etis oh, sis, and yes, and come here a chocolate tarte caramel and carbon who send me brush pa. It's not correct. Brother Brian dear, you open prophecy, and yes, I open prophecy dear when you has the uncle mafia prophecy. Hey, brother Vasco, me watch it. Happy New Year to you also. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it when Adwoa laughs. It's sexy. Ooh, don't let me go and seduce somebody. You're going to make me get off early. Me say me free soon tema munyina munko pasayams. Music to the ears. Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Pastor, yeah, I'm waiting. I'm poor, right? Sister, yeah, so you be my prophecy. Catch and say, you will be winning by you're looking amazing. Oh, thank you so very much. Like today, I was like, I got up this morning, I went to check outside. I see tons of snow on top of my car on the ground. My daughter's school called us yesterday that they're going to be closing, so they're going to be sending work to her on Google Classroom. I was like, great. The 13-year-old son Nanakwesi, his school did not call. I called them at 8 o'clock. I was like, he's not coming to school. He's in this class and he's not coming to school because of the weather. I didn't want them to think that, it's because he has COVID or something. Because now when you call the school and you have your child stay home, if you don't give reason and you want them to come back, they'll be like, oh, you need to go take the COVID test. No, he's not staying home. He's staying home because it's bad weather outside. I wasn't gonna drive in that weather. It was just crazy. All right. So, as I said earlier, first off, Brother Brian, to say like you, when it comes to prophecy, what is up with you with prophecy today? Okay, so first off, what is your definition of perfect relationship, perfect marriages, and perfect life? All right, because we are different, so it's going to be different for all of us. It's likely possible most of us, our perfect relationship and perfect marriages or perfect life could be different for a lot of people. Maybe something that I see as is perfect may not be so perfect for other people. So we can speak for it, other people, but since we can speak for other people, we're just going to go into other aspects. All right. But I just feel personally that our imperfections, should give us room to work on ourselves and do better in our relationships, marriages, and life overall based on our decision making. Yes. So if you are a single person, your decisions, will not reflect on anyone. So you have the freedom, you have more room and more opportunities, to make whatever decision. Sometimes you have to make a hasty decision. Brother Emmanuel G. Nie Apomo is saying Happy New Year. Mema wakwa so it's good to see you. And thank you so very much. You guys are making me brush today. What is up with y'all? But thank you guys. Actually, leave me to receive my prophecy and stop being an enemy in my progress. I will be there and I'm even going to come in your dreams. If you would your cafe, safe it. Chi and bro, funyina de fra. Safe it. So so it's like, based on our decision making. So a single person, of course have, you know plenty of choices, but we do have some single individuals, both genders, that they don't make decision at haste. They really sit down, think it through, have a strategic plan, and pretty much give themselves a calendar as to what they can do within the year or 6 months. Some people set their expectation within 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or within the year 12 months, and some people they go beyond that. A lot of people, when they set expectation or realistic goal and they give themselves a certain month, they're not consistent with it, so they just leave a bigger room. So whenever they are able to achieve it, that's when they're going to rock with it, and then they can check it off, right? But then you have some of us, you have to be consistent. You have to give yourself time, because it's part of the motivation that, okay, I'm going to like reach my goal on this month, and once I reach my goal on this month, this is what else I'm going to do. And some of us are very disorganized, so we will not be able to. It don't matter if we have realistic goals, as long as we're not consistent and we cannot figure out what it is that we want, and between what we want and what we need, if we can't identify the two, we will struggle. So every time it seems like we confuse, we don't really have some type of discipline within our life, right? So most of us, it's like being single. We have some single people that, they will allow their friends, their circle of friends, or like their religion or church members and church leaders to make decisions for them. They will give their power to people to direct them as to whether or not the person has, the intelligence or the right decisions. They're just going to follow, right? It's like just follow whatever is said, whether it's hurtful to you or not helpful, hurtful to you. You're just going to follow with that because you don't have a mind of your own. um oh, I love it, brother Emmanuel. I love it. I love it. Adwoa, if it come, you go see something. I will come back. I'll come back. Just wait. You go see. You go see. Feel it. Pepper to pepper. But Emmanuel just said, two imperfect people meet to correct their mistakes towards perfection. That is deep. Yes, a lot. I mean, oh my gosh, you have some people that they have made so much mistakes and they have not been able to like get it right. But they meet each other and they're able to hear each other's story is going to motivate each and every one of them, and they're going to end up being the perfect couple because they have heard each other's stories. They have compassion, they have empathy, they have respect, they have been able to like figure out, identify their weakness and strength. What are some of the things in the past that had them struggling and not being perfect, because I mean, like, if I'm perfect, I won't have room to work on myself because a lot of times people, wants to rush into getting that done. But you need to be able to give yourself time. And also, like, we have some people who go through some difficult relationship or friendship or marriages, because we have some people who are on their second, third, fourth marriages. Some of us who don't know how hard it is to maintain a relationship, a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage, we say, hey, my gosh, how is this person, just getting married and divorced and stuff? And some of them is based on rushing, based on desperation, based on unnecessary competition or unnecessary comparison. Like what may work for brother Emmanuel G may not work for brother Wara Vasco or Pastor Yavs, Sister Ayesha, brother Brian, brother Isaac. It may not work for some people, but I feel like some of us, because of copycats, follow, right? I was not, I was not taught like that. I'm comfortable with what I know, so I don't want to learn anything new. When you have this type of people with one close mindset, right? It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how hard you try. You always going to be sitting at the base of the steps. And when you want to climb up on the steps and you with such people, they're going to, not only are they not going to like grow, they also going to keep you at their level based on their attitude, based on the things that they say, like not having boundaries, not having emotional intelligence, not having emotional resilience, so there is so much things that can fall in it. So you have single people, just because some people do actually enjoy being single. Some people have the opportunity, if they want to get married, they will get married, but they just don't want to be bothered. They are comfortable with where they are. Because if you need, a good sex, you can get a good sex. You don't have to be in a relationship to have a good sex. Some people have friends with benefits, right? So as long as they enjoying each other, why should they bother, to change that setting for them? They are comfortable with it. And then you have those who are in relationships. One is killing themselves for the other one because one wants to satisfy the other person, and they throw their needs outside the window and always kissing somebody else's, behind because they want to impress. I mean, hi, yeah, yeah. Just be yourself. Love you, who you are. Learn to do self care. Learn to love yourself. Learn to have self assurance, self value, because a lot of times when you have all these skills, you'll be able to transfer that into the person that you with. You may not, no one can change me. I can't change Kay. When we first got married, my thoughts was that his anger, and some of his weakness, I'll be able to change that because, okay, he chose me to be married to me. So the fact that he chose me, I'm going to be the one that's going to make him perfect. I threw out all my imperfection. Like for me, there's nothing wrong with me, but there's something wrong with Kay. That was my thought. Even though I know I have anger management issue problem as well, but I wasn't looking at mine being a problem. I was looking at Kay's being a problem. So I wanted to change Kay. But then, the first 2.5 to 3 years, the both of us struggled because the same thought that I came into the relationship, into the marriage with, he also have the same thing, that he will be able to change me. And then I was thinking the same thing. You see, when you go into relationships and marriages and you don't have effective communication or effective dialoguing, because in our mind we have the magic touch. So because we are together, whatever he says go, whatever I say go, right? You can have two drivers. Oh my goodness gracious, it took a while, but we finally got it. Oh, welcome, 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 welcome. Our author by sister, yeah, for the Atobra. Says, Apomuti saying, hope say yes, I don't need. Yes, yes, yeah. Hello to you as well, sister. Yeah, Atobra said hello to all on the platform. Yeah, sis. I say, huge undertaking trying to change another human. Oh my gosh. Increase the volume, sister. Yeah. It is the worst thing that any one of us can think of or will make it as a goal for themselves. If you want to, develop some type of stress, some type of illness, just go into relationship or marriages, or build a life that you're going to be changing people. We can positively influence people based on the things that we talk about, how we go about it, the explanation or analysis, examples that we're using, because we all process things differently. Some of us don't understand. There, you could have Brother G, something that I said, he's going to be able to process that and get it right away. Sister Ya Atobra may take 10, 20 minutes. Somebody else may take half an hour. Someone can take an hour. Others can take hours and hours, 24 hours, which is a day. Somebody can take 48 hours, 2 days, 72, like on and on and on, right? So it's like sometimes you be like, don't assume that people understand you when you speak to them, because a lot of times that we have disagreement, we assume or we have misunderstanding is because of the contents, how we speaking, the type of language we speaking. Are we speaking the same language? We could be speaking the same native tongue language, but our understanding. Some people have like slow process of things. Some people it takes weeks, months, years before they can literally get it. Somebody will be like, man, Adwoa Odo, you going too much years. Trust me. You may have someone who will get into an argument with you simply because what you're saying they do not understand. Instead of asking simple questions, whatever do you mean saying X, Y, and Z? What do you mean, Adwoa Odo, when you say that like we can process things the same way? Ask that question, have me explain, because some of us, our thinking process is not as fast as it needs to be. You know what? Like we have children in on spectrum, they are autistic, right? Um, and some of them, when you speak with them, they can literally process everything that you tell them within a matter of seconds. You have some of them, it would take some time for them to process. Some of them, it will go hours before they can come back to a question that you asked them a couple hours ago. They are different levels. They have mild, moderate, right? They have severe, they have profound. So there's different level of it. So you can expect to raise each of your children. If you have 3, 4 children, one is on the spectrum, the other one had ADHD, the other one is okay, right? You cannot expect to redirect them the same way, because one of them, right, if you give them directive statement, it's going to be a trigger. One of them, if you redirect them, is going to be a trigger. One of them, if you give them verbal prompt, is going to be a trigger. So you have to learn to identify each of your child, what directive that they need. So like a lot of like Ghanaian parents and brothers and sisters, family members, they use the same method for every child, which is something that normally prompt abuse, right? Because you have some parents or some family member who is senselessly slapping you, or like whipping you, flogging you, beating you with a belt or with a cane or with flying pine. Those mostly, when you go with the kitchen appliance, is mostly the mothers, because the mothers are the one who normally is in the kitchen. They hitting your head with so many things. The back of our head, our eyes goes right there, right there. So it's like some of us are wearing glasses because we've been hit in the back of our head so many times. It does affect your purple, right? So sometimes some of the things that we do, we don't think beyond that. All right. We know when we hear a story, some of us, because we lack of patience, we don't want to find out the middle story. So we hear the beginning and then we go to the end. So what is beneath it is the most important thing. But majority of us don't want to know the most important things beneath it, right? So we go and tell our stories to other people without literally knowing exactly how this started, right? Sometimes you have people being witness to something they have no knowledge of. And it's not because they're lying. No, they truly believe that they saw exactly what happened. And sometimes you have a crime being committed. You may have all of us here at the bank, we all going to have different description because we see things differently, right? So it's like a lot of times it gets confusing here and there, but like trust me, humans, we process things differently. So what I might be saying, someone may think I didn't give the right description, but that's what I saw. So you have to allow me to express myself and tell my story the way I see it through my eyes and my mental state, right? My emotion, using my emotional intelligence, to kind of like give the story, and everybody else need to do that. I mean, like in US now, they don't use eyewitness no more, because there have been people who has been put in jail because the witness account was fabricated. It wasn't true. It's what they saw in their head. We have had some black men spend 20, 30 years in jail for rape that they did not commit, for murder they did not commit, for robbery they did not commit. So human error is all around. So we have to be mindful when we hear stories from people, or when you're in a relationship or in a marriages and someone is telling you a story. There's always two sides to a story. So do not assume or take side because you're friends with this person or you like this one better. You cannot be in between two couples. When two couples have their issue and one of them feel comfortable to tell you how they feel, how things are going, just allow that person to vent, because sometimes they just need to vent, and make sure they're telling it to your ear, which means you're not going to be talking about it with somebody else. If they're talking to your mouth, please stop them and say, listen, what you telling me, I'm going to be like going around and saying it. But who will be that honest? So I see a lot of comments. So let me insert the comments in there, because that's equally important to me. Very much so. Hey, sister, our dog back, pet, sister, comfort, miracle, and name, and hello to you as well. By the grace of God, my family and I are blessed and grateful. How about you? And then she says, hello, everyone. So, hello, everyone. This name there, I can't even make it out. To it's any watch no. Boss, oh, boss, a boss, about cope. Upon the marvelous, knowledgeable, beautiful, Doko Bako, ya Dr. Bako, or say hashtag Dadaba Rasta. Yamawo Akwaba, Pomuti Sembo say hello, lovely people. Hello to you also, and happy new year, everybody. Brother Kofi Wachi Memo Akwaba, Afishia Pa, sweet sister, Dr. Odo Papebi, how are you and the family? Oh, boss, so they're not the mommy brush power. By the grace of God, myself and the family, we are all doing well. We are blessed and grateful. So, Sister Aisha Ankra said, it's great to remove the fantasy from the covers of our minds. Yep. And replace it with mature disposition that will make us accepting of the oddities and flaws of a real person. We need to prompt ourselves to see the perfection in the imperfection of another. Love them anyway and be willing to stick with them for the long haul. Open bracket. If domestic violence, I will I be run for your life. Uh Close bracket. Most certainly. I mean, like a lot of times, oh my God, Sister Aisha, a lot of times we want to love someone partially, because there is one or two things that we love about the person, but there's a lot that we don't love about the person, but we're going to be with the person anyway because we can change the person. No one can change anyone unless your partner make a decision that they're going to change. You will not be able to change them. That's a fact. And so most of the time, in order for any of us to change people around us, including those that we share bed with, you have to be a positive role model. You model what you want to see in your partner. The more they see it, they're going to it's going to trigger something, unless that person is someone who is incapable of seeing things the way you see him, who is incapable of changing their character, their personality, or wanted to learn anything. Someone who is vindictive, someone who is evil, someone who is wicked. Nobody is born evil, nobody is born wicked. Every child born to this world is an innocent child, including all of us, because I was not born at the age of 48. We were all born as babies. So we were born innocent. As time goes on, the outbringing that we got, in contrast to things that we learn from friends, society, school, and all around, as to whether or not you were raised in toxic or unhealthy environment, or unhealthy, toxic society slash community, right? Or you were taught to hate, you were taught to be racist, you were taught to be discriminatory, you were taught to be prejudiced, because parents, some family members, teach their children, to see between the two colors, that okay, you are brown and this one is not. So it's like the things that we learn, the circle of friends that we hang with, right? It shape us. Some of us, we love the negativity because negativity attracts, right? Every time, if we see someone, even when someone is going through mental breakdown, and the person, like on social media, Facebook, right now, if we see uh uh how you may call it, a capture of, oh, there is a woman walking in the street naked, you will have thousands and thousands of people, they want to go see her nakedness, right? Compared to a man walking naked, they will get views, but it's not going to be as much as a woman walking but naked on the street. You catch my drift? Yes. So, like, Sister Aisha would say, you feel me? Yes. So, like, we can pick and choose what to like about someone we're close to. You have to be able to love their flaws and their you know the good side of them, and then positively influence them. Talk about some of the things that you cannot deal with, some of the things that annoys you, because Kay and I have to literally go there. We have to console ourselves. And it wasn't pretty. It was really difficult in the beginning, because like the first 2.5 to 3 years, we were constantly in arguments. We were constantly, I was not talking to Kay much. He was talking to me, but I would just ignore him. Like it would take days, weeks for me to start talking to him, but like Kay, he can handle when I'm not speaking with him. So it's like the next day he's talking to me like everything is fine. And for me, like when you say something hurtful to me, or like you do something that really gets to me emotionally, I'm just going to like block you out. And I just don't let it go like that. If we don't talk about it, I can't let it go. So, like, Kay did not know that. So it's like if we have a disagreement and stuff, the next day he's talking to me like nothing happened. And then if he says he's sorry, he wants us to not talk about it. And that wasn't me. If I don't talk about it, I'm going to be holding on to. So you best believe the next time we have an argument, I'm bringing that shit up. I'm bringing it up. So it wasn't pretty in the beginning for us. I mean, it was like, hi, yeah, yeah. It was like fire everywhere. As I used to say, love can change your world. But should you let it change who you are as a person, you in trouble. Thank you, Sister Aisha. Most certainly. I mean, like, love is something, it's a positive feeling, right? And like, you have this peaceful um energy around you when you're in love. I mean, I wasn't in love with Kay when we got married. I care for him deeply, but I wasn't in love with him. In the beginning, Kay was in love with me, because when we have our disagreement, he will always say that, I know you don't love me the way I love you. And I never responded to that, because I knew if I respond to that, there's going to be another argument, right? Another disagreement, and it's going to escalate. So I never responded to him. But as time went on and he started understanding the type of person that I am, of what makes me tick, what makes me happy, what put a smile in my face, what makes me cry, get sad, and all that. He was able to recognize that, yes, I am in love with him through my actions, right? But being in love with someone, you cannot change the person you are. And sometimes you have to set boundaries, because if you don't set boundaries, that's why you have some people that they will make a statement such as, love is blind. Love is never blind, because when you love someone and you don't see their faults and you accept their faults, you're not doing the person justice. That, personally, I call that as stupidity, for sure. Brother Ankra, oh, Brother Ankra quit. Where is he? Oh shoot, I didn't text him. Oh wow, I forgot. I forgot. Oh Lord, hold on. I have to bring this to Brother Ankra. Oh Lord, where is it, Brother Ankra? Oh Lord. Okay, I'm finally able to get in. Okay, so let me just send this to Brother Ankra. I apologize, guys. I have to, because he asked me to do so. At times he's busy with work. So there we go. Uh-huh. All right, so we good to go now. Sister Aisha Ankra says, Yehovah. Sister Aisha, I don't know what I said though. What do Yehovah? Because we shall say, can Yehovah now? Not just say, remove the fantasy from the covers of our mind. I love that. I know, right? That was really deep. Oh Lord. Let me catch up with comments, because I see that there's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm talking too much. Don't worry, guys. Sometimes when I'm like in the groove or the flow, I just keep talking. Sister Yushanka said, oh, yes, Sister Love, you said it all. Every relationship is different, but it is very beneficial for your relationship for you to consider whether the changes you are making to yourself are healthy or unhealthy. Bam, thank you, and thank you. Uh, you said it. I mean, I agree with you, and I'm grateful that you agree with me. Uh, hey, brother Kwe Saki, Minyabema, you. I'm going to have to talk. We're gonna have to talk on the side. Please send me a text on my WhatsApp, okay? I asked you through Messenger, you did not. So send me a message through the WhatsApp, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I need to talk to you big time. Oh, happy New Year, brother Kwe Saki. Oh man, Sister Sage Williams of APA. Um, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. She says, Sister Sage Williams, a greeting, Sister Adwoa Odo. Midi, dear Mubo Mama. Just the love, it just go within. One love always, and the beautiful people aboard. Greetings to you as well, says. Hello, dear. Okay, so Sister Yishankra said, bum, 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 Yehovah, positive role model. For sure. I mean, like, some of us make the mistake in asking our partner to be something that we ourselves cannot even reflect it. I remember one time when we first started, Kay and I first started, like, having mediation. I started the mediation because um, my former job, I took some um, sanctuary model training. Also, I went to some seminars. I did some TCI, some of the things that how to ask certain questions, talk to when two people are having problems. What are some of the things that you can say? Effective communication using your active listening is um, like one big thing with that, right? Because if you cannot be effective, how can you resolve or mediate anything at all? In the beginning, case struggles a lot. And also, like, I have to learn to exercise patience and be more active listening instead of talking more. So I will make a list. I had a journal, like I will make a list of the things that we need to discuss, because I have to learn to kind of like remove all the unnecessary things, right? Bringing in situation that happened a couple days ago or months ago or a year ago. Everything that was said to me um, prior to the situation at hand, I have to remove all that out. And we're going to talk about what happened yesterday. So I was not going beyond yesterday, like everything that happened yesterday, because it has to be fresh in his mind. Because with him, if you go further back, he's gonna be like, I never said that. I didn't want to go, like, yes, you did. It's just waste of time. So I had to like we have to like kind of like start out really slow. And I had to model what I was asking, because if I could not model what I was asking, what I wanted Kay to reflect, I had to like show him, because he wouldn't be able, like, it's the same thing with our kids. Sometimes, with our partners, based on how their upbringing was, the people that they grow up with, their family members or friends when they went to school, boarding school, and everything, they pick up some type of behavior, attitudes from each and every person that they interact with. Even social media, when you go to social media, at times you listen to certain things all the time, like you find yourself doing some of the things that you may even think that you wouldn't you wouldn't even repeat or do, right? But the things that you feed into that's what you become. Things that we practice, that's what we become. So we have to like start from the scratch. We have to delete some things, relearn things, process it before we apply. But like we have to do our individual deprogramming, reprogramming before we started working on our marital issues. We couldn't go straight to the marital issues. I had to identify some of the areas that Kay did not like. And he had to identify some of the areas that I did not like. And we gave ourselves time to work on it. So if I had asked Kay for 3 months, his might be 2 months or more. And we have to exercise the patience, and just give our partner the space that he or she needs to work on themselves. And then once we were able to do that, we were able to come back and revisit that mediation and what we agreed to work on, and then talk to each other to figure out how Kay has to grade me and I had to grade Kay. But our grading should not be biased. We have to be truthful and realistic. If I'm still lacking, Kay needs to tell me that, and I wasn't going to be upset. And if he has not really improved the worst area that I want him to improve, I need to be straight up with him and be transparent and honest with him for him to know, say, okay, this is something that I need to go back and work on it. So we gave each other time to work on a lot of situation, not a lot of areas that we were struggling with, right? One of the things that I have to work on was to control my quick temper. Like everything that Kay says, most of the time, I was able to identify that some of the things that he's saying, I was assuming, right? I wasn't asking him the question, whatever do you mean by saying this? I was just assuming, right? And I'm putting words in his mouth. And that's the worst thing a partner can do. If your partner says something to you while you're upset, please don't take it as you understand it. You need to ask him or her questions. What do you mean by saying that? Just get better understanding from them, and in order for you to process it and not, create more chaos or more toxic, unhealthy environment. It's like the craziest thing you can do. Brother Ankra Akwesi Nye Yemowakwaba, Sister Aisha Ankra said, you will always need to ask whether you are making the changes because you want to, uh, for the sake of your relationship, or you have found yourself being pressured to be your partner. Most definitely, like, I didn't want to kind of like embark my expectation on Kay, and he couldn't do the same thing with me. We asked each other to be ourselves, but at the same time, our anger management was like the number one like priority. We need to be able to learn emotional resilience, finding ways and means to use our emotional intelligence when someone does something that annoys you. What are some of the best ways you can effectively talk to your partner without insulting, being disrespectful to your partner, or like, kind of expecting more from your partner? Because it got to a point I had to like let Kay know, I'm not going to produce what you cannot produce. So we have to reflect. We have to be a mirror for each other. And if you can be a mirror, or if I can be that, then we need to like start thinking outside that. Would it be beneficial for us to stay together, separate, or get a divorce? So we have to speak about the elephant in the room, because nobody wants to get married and get a divorce. And um it was hard, but at the same time we get to that level and we just put everything on the table for us to figure out what will best benefit both of us, our kids, and people around us. So but the two of us did it together. We didn't have to go see a shrink. We didn't have to see a counselor, but this, like my former job, it helps me a lot because of the training, on a yearly training, having to take tests, going to seminar. I was jumping on every seminar for sure. Excuse me. Let me drink water. Most times when a partner allow themselves, um, for them to be pressured by their significant other, you guys going to struggle longer, way longer. Trust in me, believe in me. John Legend's All of Me, powerful words, most certainly, calls all of me, loves all of you, love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfection. Give your all to me. I will give my all to you. You are my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. Like sometimes I tell people, when you listen, music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. And the reason being, when you listen to the type of music, we each have our favorites, right? But there are some, for me, I listen everything. I listen to everything. As long as the song is not stupid, I'll listen to it. But my favorite artist in Ghana is Kwajanchi. And I love Kwajanchi because he's mostly about love. And when you listen to the lyrics of his song, you feel it within. Some people, like, if I want to get naughty, I go to that Lumba. So it's like everybody have their favorite, right? But like as long as you can move with the rhythm, some people dance. Like if I don't know a song, I dance with the beat because I don't know the words. But if I know the words of the song, sometimes depending what song it is, I will dance with the lyrics plus the beat or just with the lyrics, right? So like everybody's different. You do what is beneficial for you, right? So like when you hear some song like Celine Dion, The Power of Love, I love that song. Whenever Kay's playing it in the house, you should come see my face, what I'm doing over here. The kids like sitting down, but like shaking their head. It goes within Whitney Houston, may God rest her soul. What is it? Oh my gosh. The song that she sang for the bodyguard. Um, Sister Aisha, what's the song? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. When I remember, I will tell you guys, but you guys know which song I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's like, we have some of our men when their baby's mama, gain weight, right? They will start telling them, I don't love you as I used to love you because you have changed. Duh. What are you expecting? I carry a child, your child, 9 months, actually 9.5 months, right? And I born the baby. The baby came out of my womb for you. What are you expecting? Me going back to as slim as I used to be? It's not gonna happen. I have more meat, right? So, like, when you have some men talking in that manner, I don't have respect for men like that because it means they're speaking without using their brain. Those type of individuals, I think of them speaking with their penis because they're not using this one right here. All right. We do have some of our men. I will always love you. Thank you, Sister Aisha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you are awesome. Yes, I love that song. Like it's incredible. There are some songs now. You just can't um get over it. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Ooh. And then Paul Abdul, a two-step forward, a two-step back. Hey, let's come together. I just love. I love. There are so many songs that and I love all of Kenny G. Lord, those jazz. It's like incredible. Barry White, his voice alone. Ooh, Luther Vandross. Don't get me going. Don't get me going. If it wasn't for copyrights, I would do program with just playing songs and just, relaxing and stuff. But music is good. So like you have to be receptive to Sister, yeah, but why are you saying yeah, Adwoa? I'm being serious. I mean, you have to love music, right? Music helped me to not be stressed, right? Music helps me to not adapt any type of, sickness, I mean, like, mental illness is real. So it's like if you get stressed too much, from that it develop into depression. You can easily be depressed, and I never want to do that. So dancing, and they say, no dance will kill earth. I don't care if I'm just doing jumping jacks or I'm just throwing my hands around, whatever. Any dance is a dance, right? So yeah, saxophone. I'm telling you, Kenny G, he is sexy with that saxophone. Oh gosh, please, guys, don't get me going, please, 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 please. So, like, with John Legend, his songs is from the heart. Like, there are some musicians, when they sing, it's coming from the bottom of their heart. They mean it. Every word that they're saying, that's what they're practicing into their relationships and marriage. And we have those who have the ability to say the right words, but then when it comes to their relationship, marriages, and real life, their song does not reflect their life, which is something that happens often. You be like, I can't believe he can sing love song and he's like a womanizer and he can love. Oh, believe it, believe it. We have to, like, our mind process things differently. Somebody can talk you, like they say, why do they say women love, or like foolish people, and mapping for yemu bebree yaso yeah the our ears go sweet us. So when we have a charming, man that can really tell, like, naughty stuff, right? Some of us, if we have a man that's like naughty, talking about, oh baby, I want to, like, kiss your lips, your neck, and lick you, like, oh, you be like, oh gosh, say it again, don't stop. Oh baby, like all that. And then you have someone who cannot have conversation because they shy, be like, oh my gosh, you are so boring. I did that to Kay because in the beginning of our relationship, Kay was like really shy. I'm not sure if I was intimidating him, but now, phew, I thought I was spoiled. He is worse than I am. Sister Ishanka said it's great to take the imperfect and celebrate it. Of course, me, my imperfection, love it, love it. Because now Kay can make fun of me. Before, if he says something and make fun of me, I will get angry. I'm like, how the hell you gonna be talking to, you're gonna be talking to people about me like in this manner? Didn't, like, oh my gosh, I was spending all this negative energy for nothing, So but I'm gonna say, sister Yaba Kujo, Ideo, Pastor Yabs. Pastor Nidia, dear man, fat. Brother Brian's up, your friend is saying prophecy. Sister Yushanka said, we'll always love you. Yes, the bodyguard. Thank you so much. That movie was like hot, 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 hot. I love watching it. Iadra, Don't go Iadra, Oh my goodness, Kenny G. George Michael. Like, oh my gosh, I can go on and on and on and on. The Destiny Child, Beyonce, like Jennifer Lopez, P. Diddy, Tupac. we've been there. And I love a poetic justice with Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur. I love that movie for sure. Like, what? Uh it's a new year. I will reverse my words, but I feel you in the mood. No, stay as you are, Sister Yams, because I love that part of you. Last time, Sister Amma, oh, you were there when she was talking in terms. I was like, she taught me all that through the 365. Shanka, I will be soaking some of that now. Hey, what are we? What? Pastor Yams, what are you going to be soaking? Soaking, eh? Hey, me pamucho man can soaking. Me see soaking. It didn't come out right. Go for it, sis. Oh, Sister Aisha said go for it. Okay. John Legend's songs is a love letter to his then fiancee Christy Tillden, praising their relationship and during the ups and downs. Yeah, I remember because I believe when she had her second child, she got PTSD. So like to uplift her, which was like incredible. I mean, that's when you talk about a man who is truly in love with his woman. I mean, we have to be appreciative with what we have. We can be looking outside our marital home and comparing what others have with us. You don't know how hard they have worked to get there. I always say this, like, love is great for sure. It's Aisha. It is great. I mean, love is never blind. And love is not stupidity. When you get with someone who truly, truly cares for you and have empathy, compassion, able to compromise, have a caring gesture, develop effective communication, set boundaries, respectful, faithful, supportive, so many other positive aspects. The two of you would do so well, and you guys will be able to build a healthier, long lasting, stronger um, relationship or marriages, respectable one also. So it's like, the both of you have to put in work. Because like for Kay and I, if both of us did not work on ourselves, our marriage would not have like, withstand. Because like I remember there was a point in my life, like when I go to work, I was more happy at workplace than coming home. When I get off, I will intentionally stay at work longer. Even sometimes I will clock out and I'm still like working and stuff like that. But my former workplace, they will pay you overtime. So sometimes I will get off, I will stay for an hour or so, unless I have to be home for him to go to work, because we work opposite each other for us to like make sure there's always one of us with our kids. So days that he's off, I will get home really late, really late. Just working extra hours. I mean, those were like the worst time, like you have a home, but then like when you're going home, you live with someone, but you feel lonely. That's not good, right? So it's, I mean, it's a lot. So the two of us, we need to pat ourselves because we did well. Sister Aisha said, "Love is blind," as they say, but Aisha, but Aisha can see clear because I shine my eyes. You feel me, Sister Love? I feel you, rough, rough, rough. That's true. I mean, people talk about love dying, people falling out of love. Hmm. You know, love never dies, love grows. When you are able to tolerate with certain things, and if your partner is able to work on their issues, because, well, if you're living with someone with closed mindset, someone refuser to learn, someone who can talk down at you, mistreat you verbally slash, emotionally abusive, um, psychologically or mentally abusive, physically abusive, sexually abusive, uh, financial financially abusive, identity abusive. Like when you talk about anything abusive way, no, years and years and years, you start believing that you're not worth nothing, right? I mean, once your eyes shine, there will be no more love. But how many people have gone through this type of circle and they able to break it without having some type of assistance or counseling? But then you have people in our society, majority of them, they don't want to get counseling because they don't want to be labeled, they don't want to be stigmatized, and because of the double standards, and also the enablement of allowing such uh, behavior or such abuse to go on. Some family members know, some church members know, some friends know, but nobody wants to do anything. Even when the woman wants to like leave, they'll be like, "Are you crazy? Who's gonna take care of you? You have 3 children. Who's gonna want you? It don't matter. Then I'll be single." So, like, sometimes I think, most people allow themselves to give them their power away for people to make decisions for them, even when they are dying within their relationships and marriages. All right. So, man, we haven't even got to the elephant in the room. So, the different aspect of imperfection relationship marriages are deeper than most of us anticipate, and I will like to discuss the negative aspects today. And I will bring the positive aspect in part two. The reason why I want to start out with the negatives, because sometimes some of us don't think about certain things as negative aspect. All right. So this is what it is. In some relationships and marriages or life decision in general, we have some of us that are givers, right? Some of us who have empathy, who have compassion, some of us who not only think for ourselves, but we think about our friends, family members, and significant others, our children. Some of us, we go beyond that, right? When we see someone in trouble, we do some things to help, even if we can help in financially. There are ways and means that we will support them. But the negative aspect in relationship and marriages, and certain life decision, is individuals that are receivers, individuals that are takers, individuals that are drainers, individuals that are dishonest, individuals that are unfaithful, individuals that are unsupportive, individuals who lack of effective communication, individuals who does not care for anybody but themselves. They are selfish. If it's not them, no one else, including their own children and their partner or people closer to them, they will not get it. Individuals who are sabotagers, individuals who are pull down syndromes, individuals who refuse to learn anything productive, anything beneficial, anything that will add to their life. Individuals who expect their partners to always taking care of them financially, everything else. When they're going through things, they expecting their partner to save them out of that. They don't have the mental capacity to be able to say, okay, let me sit and, strategize this. PDH. Asamo, some pepe. Oh, and they don't have the capacity to sit and say, okay, what I'm doing, if I'm in a relationship, right, or if I am married and I have children, my decision making, is it going to only benefit me alone, or is going to benefit all of us that lives in the household? Because we do have some that will make decisions for themselves because they don't care for their partner as to whether or not it's beneficial for them. I mean, when you are married to an individual like that, you are in big trouble. We have individuals who are not able to compromise. When it comes to compromising, there are certain things that you need to draw uh, a line. There's a thin line between love and hate. Setting boundaries, you need to be very clear and specific for your partner to understand. Some people, when it comes to an unfaithful husband or unfaithful wife, right, that is not compromising situation for them. They will take that out. Compromising in what way? Okay, let's just say that you have your partner who works two jobs, right? All right. The expectation is to making sure, okay, if they're deciding to keep the two job, or they need to maintain that two job for you to sustain yourself in your marital home, you need to make sure that you create a healthy home environment for your partner to be able to come home and be able to get some rest and also enjoy himself, right? When it comes to um, bedroom performance. If your partner is tired, as a woman, you should not be boring in the bedroom. If your husband is tired now, you have to be the one to soothe him. What are some of the things you can do to soothe your husband? You can learn to you can learn massaging, how you can massage your husband, you know, being able to learn sweet talks, right? Learning creative foreplay, being more romantic, wearing sexy lingerie at home, making sure not the transparent one when the kids are around. You can wear the transparent one when the kids are in the room sleeping and you guys are in your private area, just get your husband excited, right? And don't talk negatively around that time, right? If you are tired, what a woman can do when you are too tired that you feel that that night you're not ready to give your husband a really great sex, right? Or love making, you have to bathe. Don't take shower. Just fill your bathtub, with enough um, lukewarm water. Whatever scent you want to put in there, you have bubble bath. They have different type of scents. Sister Aisha will know it because Avon is the best of that. You put some in there, and oh my gosh, you soak yourself in it. Or maybe take shower together with your partner. He scrub you, you scrub him, things leads to another. Just enjoy each other. That's what partners are for. You help each other, you support each other, you learn to compromise, not doing too much. Even sometimes you can just caress, and that will be enough. You don't have to go to the third base, right? So it's like you can compromise in some ways. Mhm. I know. Okay, that was not my intention. It just happened to come along with what I'm talking about. Brother, I'm crackers to say. Anyone who has ever been in love probably knows that what looks good on paper isn't necessarily what makes people happy in the long run, for sure. And is even more confusing that what people are initially attracted to isn't always healthy long term, for sure. Hi, Brother Ankra, you shaking trees here, but rather than uh, demoralize us, these realities should motivate us to be even more open and willing to really get to know a person before we write them off. Most definitely, some of us don't have that exercise, because most of us set expectation. We want our husbands to do this and do that, and then some husbands want their wife to do this and be that, girlfriend, boyfriend, the same thing. We got to stop with a high expectation. Like, Kay knows if you're going to set expectation for me, you have to reflect that. If you cannot reflect that, do not ask me to do something that you cannot produce. It's not happening. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So thank you, brother Ankara. Bum 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 and bum. This Aisha Ankara said, no relationship or marriage is perfect, but we all working at it. Everybody must work and work harder. Bum bum bum. Most certainly. I mean, like in relationships and marriages, it's not only one person. Our society is like teaching the females that you have to certify your husband. You have to make sure your husband is happy. So who is making the wife happy? It's hands come, hands go. So like a lot of things were done wrong way back. We changing the narratives, and people needs to learn to change the narrative. So those who says, I was never taught like that, well, continue to sit there, because you're going to sit at the base of a ladder. You can never climb up. Mhm. And nobody is going to climb for you. Mhm. Because if I climb to the 10th, ladder, and you still sitting at the base, you think even if I stretch my hands to pick you up, you're going to pull me right back down. So it's not going to work. So you have to hit the road. You go your way, I go my way. It's Aisha. Let's talk about sex now. Sister Love and Love Onapo. I'm just giving some tips. I'm just giving some tips. But Aisha, oh my gosh, you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna have me go loose here. Many yes, Anna. Brother Anka said, whether it is during the first week of dating or the seventh year of marriage. What's up, honey? You sure? Why, you wanna come say hello? Okay. You sure you don't need nothing? Okay. Tell your brother to make sure he wakes up daddy in half an hour, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, so Brother Uncle said, okay, whether it is during the first week of dating or the seventh year of marriage, all relationship will inevitably hit rough patches. Most definitely, these patches often send people running for the hills rather than staying around to try to work it out. Most definitely. I mean, like in some instances and some situation, for me, as long as it's not an abusive relationship or marriages, couples should be able to find ways to resolve problems. Because a lot of times, some of us, the mistakes that we make is the same thing with our kids. If I use redirection, right, or verbal prompt to solve a problem today, I cannot expect for that verbal prompt to work tomorrow with the same situation. I might have to use directive statement. Make it clear. This gotta stop. No more. That's a clear directive statement. Instead of you doing this way, why do you not try it this way? That's a clear redirection. Do you need me to remind you tomorrow that you need to do X, Y, and Z? That's a verbal reminder. Prompting. I need you to put your dirty clothes in the hamper once you're done with your homework, right? And then we have huddle help. I need you to stop what you're doing. Come here. Let me show you something. You do it with them. It sure takes two to tango, for sure. Sister Sage, I think over the years there are some people, including myself, I thought it was takes two to tango, but no, it's not to tango. It takes two to tango. When two people are in tango, that's a mess. You're going to have to untangle yourself in order to get it right. So it's like we were saying, the term's wrong, right? No wonder a lot of people were struggling. It takes two to tangle, as Obapa Sister Sage Williams is saying. When two people tangle, they know their steps. If they move into the right, left, front, back, without stepping on the other one's toe or tangling, right? You know the steps. You know which way to go. You can read your body movement. So you go with the flow. When you get to know your partner, really know your partner, what makes him or her tick, what makes her smile, what makes her angry, what makes her cry, what makes her pass gas. Yes, what makes her do that? Because passing gas is healthy. If you don't pass gas, if you don't fart, there's something wrong with you. I heard, I was watching a program, I think Brother Big Love did it, whereas this African man was requesting a divorce because his wife farted in front of him. So he sees that as disrespect. I was like, oh my gosh, lack of knowledge, my people perish indeed. So, when being that it takes two to tango in relationships and marriages, you need to work with your partner in order for you to get things right. If the two of you are not tangled, and this one is doing one, it's not gonna work. So some of our men who feels that it's a woman's job to maintain a relationship, listen, my mother did not born me. My parents did not born me. My mother did not carry me 9 months after she and my dad made me. For me to come and take care of a grown ass man who cannot take care of himself. Can like what the heck? You go into marriage for your wife to be taking care of you like a child? You're not a child. You an adult. Learn to be mature. Learn to be responsible. Learn to know when to say no and when to say yes. Learn to be neutral. Learn to be real. You know, learn to support your partner. Learn to appreciate each other. You have to be able to teach each other of things that they don't know. Men that are selfish and women that are selfish, when they have problems, brewing in their relationship or marriage, they're going to go outside and sleep with somebody else. A lot of men, their way of resolving problems at their marital home is to go and have a side chick or a mistress. Yet they come back to the marital home that they have problems. And then, God forbid, if they get sick, the side chick or the mistress is nowhere to be found. And they expecting their the wife that he mistreated to clean their poop. Hmm? Are you guys normal? I don't think most of them are normal, because why, when you were having soko pim pim, you are on your feet and you having the time, you have money, you misusing it, you're not doing any investment, right? And then you no longer have money because you're a drainer, a taker, a receiver, a thank you person. Always saying thank you, because you're always taking from somebody, right? You're always receiving. You don't have any type of boundaries. No, 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 no. You lack of effective communication. So your communication is to go outside your marital home and sleep with another person. Okay, what could you see? Problem not solve itself. A lot of our men don't want to. They entertain polygamy. They entertain polygamy because they think that solves their problem, but it doesn't solve the problem. I don't even know. But Uncle said, because all relationships are likely to challenge us. Most definitely, the best relationship is to find someone you really like and invest in that relationship. Stop looking for the perfect partner. There's no such thing as perfect partner out there. You have to work at it to get your perfect partner, and start focusing on what you need to address within yourself in order to achieve a more ideal romance. Bam, bam, and bam. Badanka quest, chop kisses. Mwah. Sister, sister Aisha Ankra, and so they are better. Bam. It takes two to tango may be used to mean a squirrel requires two disputing parties. Of course, is an expression which is often used in situations in which both partners in the dispute should or could be said to share responsibility. Oh boy, is this Aisha? Yeah, yeah, so many. You guys are wise, or when one person is being blamed. Oh, Ghana for and man na they be blaming. On when you no. Da biara na ɔne ne ku ɛyɛ asɛm Ghana mmaa ha yɛmu bi kɔ through, but two are actually at fault. Most definitely, if my marriage fail, it's not going to be just K. It's going to be also me. What are some of the things that was happening that I watched happening instead of talking about it? Sometimes some of us will be like, well, I know he's doing this. He's going to have to recognize that and fix it himself, because I don't have time for that. You setting both yourself for failure, for sure. So, Sister Aisha, thank you. Bam, 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 bam. True talk. True talk. Thank you. Wow, I'm learning a lot. Oh, thank you. I'm learning also from you guys. So, like, it's crazy. Anyhow, let me break and give how you may call it promo. Let's do some promo. All right. Let me see. All right. So we have Boss Lady one. That about hashtag that about Rasta one in fire drive time on weekdays from 4 p.m. At Fire Life Radio. Almost say Oja Demuankasa. When boss comes now, the way she will ride us now when would DJ Numo Bebo, the song she will play and her dance move sitting down. Hey, boss lady. And then the lipstick she has on, courtesy of Sister Aisha Ankra. Sister Aisha, God bless you very much. Boss lips will be go sweet, sweet, rough. And like if you are interested in getting some Avon products, Juice Plus, natural supplement, healthy living, you DM Sister Aisha on her messenger, or like if you have her WhatsApp number, you can reach out to her as well. She has a YouTube account, so you can also go to her YouTube and um, reach out to her. She has a really great products. Avon has a lot of things, colognes, perfumes, some creams that will make, if you have some acne and stuff, sometimes your acne, it depends on your imbalanced diet. Make sure you're eating healthy. Sister Aisha will be able to give you a lot of insight when it comes to the Juice Plus product and also the Avon product. So reach out to her and she'll be able to assist you on that. Um, and then we have Mami Treboa and Accra in Sankofa, almost each Chi Kasano. They say for us to learn our native language is good. They come on Saturdays at 3 p.m. at Fire Life Radio, right? UK time. So you guys tune in. And then we have Antilla's Book Corner. She's going to be resuming her live programming on the 22nd of January, which is going to be Saturdays, 11 a.m. Um, and which will be 1 p.m. in US Eastern time. So you guys put that on your calendar. Antia has written 3 books within um, a period of less than 2 years within the COVID time. The first one is Reflection of a Thirsty Soul. It's an inspirational book. The second one is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. That one I have spoken about it multiple times. I found myself related to the book very much so, and oh my gosh, anyone can read it. Antia put it that from 10 years and up, men, whomsoever, the youth, you guys can read that book. And then her third book is Reflection of My Worry Soul. That's a devotional book. So you guys can order it on through Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, or like if you have Kindle, you can get it through there. I like the hard copies because once I finish reading it, and if I'm traveling, I don't want to bring no electronic with me because some people are wild, you carrying stuff and they want to take it from you, rob you and stuff like that. So if you want to take my book, you can take my book and I can reorder another one. So let's support Sister Ya Atubra with her books, because um, to publish books, you put a lot of money in it. She also has been doing like small clips, a couple seconds and a few minutes. Last time she came, she put a topic, I forgot what the topic was, and I'm getting ready for her to go into more depth, like maybe 10, 15 minutes. And it was less than 3 minutes. And I was like, God damn, Auntie, she got me going and I'm like ready to comments and stuff. But I think it was pretty. It piqued my interest, so I think it's it's like being a teaser. Okay, go get the book and write and read. You get more details in that. I like that. And then you have our sister Yeah, B Russell, she she does, 100%, natural health and beauty advocate. So you can DM her for more information. Sister Sage Williams, she sells a lot of authentic merchandises at website. Go to sageshare.com. And when you go over there, she has the designer handmade t-shirt, very authentic. I have wear a couple of them, and I'll continue to wear it every now and then, to promote it for her because it's really nice outfit to put on jeans, casual pants, anything that you would like. I wear it to hold meetings, to go to the office if needed to see some of my individuals. So it's really nice t-shirts. She has the dresses, the traditional clothing, kente, one size fit all, and then the other clothing. She has creams, jewelries, beads, and so many other things. She has scarf. She has um hats. So many other things. So go to sageshare.com, please. If you go in there, you don't see the size, the color of shirt that you want. Don't panic. Don't leave. She has a comment box. Just look in the comment box and then tell her the color of shirt that you would like for her to send you. You're going to have to provide your emails. If you don't, telephone number is optional. So it's like, she's going to reach out to you, whatever information you provide, and then for her to get the order and send it to you. Canada, we're still working on it. So don't worry. Once it start, you guys will be able to order whatsoever with no problem. So let's support our sister because she's really doing well. And I just love all her merchandise. I have basically almost every. The only thing I have not ordered is like the ready-made, hat, which I will need because if I have one, I will have just put it on my head today because I went to bed last night without putting hairnet or wrapping my hair. And this morning I just combed it in the back and I was like, it's not looking the way I want it. Sometimes I will use rollers to do it myself, but the curls was not in there the way I wanted. So that's why I have, the headband in there. Um, yeah, I have to go with my mood. But if I have the ready-made hat, I would just put it on it. So this message, that's what I'm going to probably like, that will be my new order. I do have the scarf, the kente scarf and the other one, but I need to get the hat. That's going to help me also. It will make it easier for sure. So let's support Sister Sage. All right, Sages. You see her name, Sage. Um, hold on. You see her name, Sage, right? You put that. Hmm. Hold on. Hold on. Just give me a sec. Okay, so like you see her name, Sage. You add another S, and then um, you put the HEA. So it's you put double S. You have Sages, Sage with an S, then share.com. Mm-hmm. For sure. And then we have our Pastor Esther. She does live program. She does live program on Wednesdays around midday. But sometimes she comes early. Yesterday I saw that she came live. I missed her live program, but I went and shared for her. Sometimes she comes and do reading, prayers, or like do just life issues. I mean, because that's what we're dealing with. Has anybody heard from Sister Lay Yoko Godwins? I have to like last time I said I had to like reach out to her. I really I really need to do that, to check on her, um, to see how she's doing. She does EPA Worldwide on YouTube about parental alienation. It's very educational and a lot of resources. So let's support her. Our angel back up, Sister Angela. Now, that's the Juice Plus also for healthy living. So if you guys, the more the merrier. Mhm. You can reach out to her and also support her. Um, we all have YouTube's accounts, right? So go and subscribe our YouTube's and follow. Follow. Mhm. That would be awesome. We love you guys in the same. And then tomorrow, Saturdays at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time is Suffer Samuel Apostle and myself. Well, marriage lessons. We resuming tomorrow at 3. So don't miss it at all. We come in with something that two couples are struggling with. So software is coming to software is not going to tell anybody to get a divorce. Whatever teachings he brings, however it benefits you, you go with your own decisions. We don't want to say, "Oh, Sofu made my marriage, dissolve." Or Adwoa Odo, told me, "I'm not telling nobody to go get divorced. Just if there's something that is not beneficial, please advise yourself." That one, of course, I would say. Mhm. Always advise yourself, oh Charlie. So going back, let's see, where's the comment? This Aisha drop something. If a man go for so-called side, whatever, end the relationship. Simple. And don't go to your pastor because he is your spiritual father and not marriage advisor. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Eh, bebree yare da bia ọmụ yare a ayɛ ọmụ mfrɛ ọmụ side chick no because ɔno side chick no kò ní time ɔde bɛhwɛ o sorry a some of them mistreat their partners, their children's mother. And don't get me wrong, there are some women who also mistreat their children's father. Hands go, hands come. Baby, and yet. Into there are areas now you have females do more, and there are some areas now you have males do more uh, overall, which is just a shame. People just need to be mindful that everything that we do, excuse me, we will reap. Life is complex. Life is a boomerang. Karma is real, right? So whatever we will sow, we will reap. Hey, who is this person? Do they want to talk? Excuse me for a minute. Hello? Hello? Okay. I don't know if this person wants to talk or they just see me and wants to just call. All right. So whatever anything that we do, good or bad, is going to reflect back to us. So we have to be mindful, right? We need to recognize that there are some partners who are not helpful at all, both genders. When you are in a relationship with them, or you married to them, no matter what circumstances or situation, they're never going to help you. They're not going to have you live peacefully. They're always going to want to take, drain you, like not even be appreciative of everything that you do for them. They are negative energy. They always pulling you down because of their drainers, receiving and takers. You always going to end up being dry, right? Because things that you can use to invest, mhm, for successful future, they're gonna make sure that they want to like misuse it and use it today. They forget that there's tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow never dies, but some of us, some people, they cannot process that. Some people only think about today. Some partners, both males and females, both gender. I'm not going to talk about females and then leave. No, I'm talking about both genders. They don't think about the future. They only focus on the now, now, now. They misuse things, and most of them, because they are takers, drainers, receivers, when they using it, they don't think about it. They just using it. I mean, if I'm not sweating, I'm not working hard for something that I can get it easily for free, why should I work harder? I don't need to work harder for that. So, you know um as the saying go, if you want to live a successful life, you have to leave the problem behind you for a new year. Because for New Year's, there is time to say goodbye and time to say hello, right? So, which one, where are you at? Are you saying hello or are you saying goodbye, good riddance? You have to figure it out. So, I'm going to ask you guys to stay tuned for part two with the positive aspects. All right, because we do have a lot of positive aspect. I mean, in everything, like when you talk about the negatives, there is it's not that much, right? But every negative thing has the opposite, side, right? But there are trillions of positive coping skills that we can implement in our relationship, our marriages, and lifetime decisions. Mhm. And if we most of us focus mostly on the negatives, every day, every time, you're going to be behind. You're always going to be running foolish races, copying people, being, follow, unnecessary competition, unnecessary comparison, because I have to be happy with what I have. People needs to be happy. If you are unhappy with what you have accomplished, then educate yourself, acquire knowledge, use your wisdom, be patient, exercise patience. Don't rush into things. Don't be so desperate to be in a relationship when you're not emotionally, psychologically, physically ready to be in a relationship. Do not get in relationship because you want your ex boyfriend or your ex husband to know that you're not alone. Sometimes it's good to be alone. You need that peaceful space to just be by yourself. When you're in relationship and marriages, is good to implement that, having your personal time. You don't need your partner to be on you all the time. Your partner does not need to be calling you, where you at, what you doing, what time you getting home. Like, really, you have to learn to trust your partner. Some of the negative aspect that can turn into fatal is when someone, your own partner, someone you closer to, someone you sharing your bed with, sleeping with the enemy. There's a movie that Julia Roberts did. If any one of you have a chance, you haven't seen that movie, watch that movie, Sleeping with Your Enemy. The person you share your bed with wants you know out of this world, wants to take your life. When you have a partner who is ungrateful, who is selfish, who is envious, who is jealous, it will build into something bigger and greater that can cost you your life. So we have to be open minded. We have to be able to want to learn and teach each other behaviors that you see that are not, that should not be tolerated with. You shouldn't have to do that. You need to be able to set a clear boundaries, a clear expectation, and letting your partner know that this is not going to be tolerated. All right. Um, uh, Partners, both gender, who disrespects, who do not want to learn effective communication, who refuse to learn anything new to grow and change, because change is good, but change is not overnight. You need time and patience, and you also need to acquire something in order for you to delete the things that has not worked for you over years. You delete those first, throw them away. What don't work for you, what is not beneficial for you, why you want to hold on to it? If someone is putting you down, that's not going to build you up. No. So why do you allow something like that? We shouldn't allow people to talk down at us. We are all capable of doing something greater, and nothing is impossible. The sky, and a lot of people say this, should be our only limits. So be able to build and develop your own voice. Speak for yourself. Advocate. Be your own advocate. Be able to learn effective communication, because effective communication plus being an active listener. You don't interrupt your partner, you don't interrupt your kids, your parents, your friends, your family, people around you, people who's having a conversation with you, not at you. You need to listen to their side. You also need to give them space to be able to express themselves. When one learns um, emotional learns to use the emotional intelligence and learn emotional resilience, they are more inclined to build something greater, because it's not only about them. Every life that we build, you building your life towards something. If you want to stay single, that's your decision, and people should respect that. People, friends, and family members have no right to tell you, well, you need to get married. Like you already have one child, so why are you still single? The person is still single because they choosing to be single. Do not allow society, the world, friends, family members, and people to pressure you to get into a relationship or a marriage that you know yourself. You see the red flags that you shouldn't be even near that person. But yet, you have some people get into relationships and marriages talking about, oh, but he's good in bed, she's good in bed. Excuse me? It don't matter if you the Prince Charming. If we want Prince Charming, we need to be able to build our own Prince Charming by learning and teaching each other. If you want your queen or your princess, you need to be able to uh, build your own by teaching and learning. It's not just about what you know, what you're capable of, or your intelligence, or what you say that your partner needs to listen to you. No. You need to respect your partner's space. You need to respect your partner overall. You need to be appreciative of one each other, each and every one of you. Um, so many. You need to respect each other, be grateful with whom you have. It takes time for you to build um, a mountain, right? You can't just up and say, okay, bam, 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 I'm done. When we build in a house, we have uh, the mindset to build a good foundation, right? Before you cut the blocks and then you take your time to build it, right? If you do it anyhow, okay, you reach to the roof top and it's going to crumble in. We need to learn what are our five pillars or six pillars, because some people they're going to build their foundation, they need 10 pillars, 5 to 10. So if you have five, what are the fives? It's your five about trust, effective communication, respect, being supportive of the your partner, right? Being transparent, and then you go to the sixth one, learning to compromise, and then you just keep going and going and going. So every single one of us, I bet if I ask what are everybody's five pillars, what are the five things that are important to you in relationship now? Some of us will have similarities. We will have some common ground, but some people may have different ones. And that's how it is. We are different. But being different does not necessarily mean that we cannot build a life together. So we need to learn to be compassionate, show kindness and love each other as we want to be loved. So I'll bring you guys part two of the positive aspect. I know, like, it's going to be fire, fire, fire. And the positive aspect, maybe we'll have more of the love scene talks. Mhm. This Aisha will be bringing the songs. They're good songs. So let me read the last comment and then I'll be out of here. All right. Let me see. Did I read this? Okay, I read that one. So I read Sister Aisha. So Badankra says, a relationship is one of the best vehicles for developing yourself. Oh, yes, you have to do maintenance. It's hard to confront your fears of intimacy when you are not in an intimate relationship. There are many unexpected choices that could make you happy. But to make a relationship work means being willing to take the plunge with someone and then looking inward. For sure. Bradankra no. Hey, Bradankra de owo do de e yo de papa. Hmm. Wo yire de. Hmm. Hmm. She goes sweet sweet palm. Taisha Anka said, God bless us all. Amen and amen to that. Yes, 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 yes. My love says. Sayi Shankar said, Shankar quest, brother, I shared this on my page. A relationship is one of the best vehicles for developing yourself. It is hard to confront. Um, it's hard to confront the of intimacy when you are not in an intimate relationship. That's right. There are many unexpected choices that could make you happy, but to make relationship work means being willing to take the plunge with someone and then looking inward. It means that the two of you have, you guys think alike, and this is something that tells it all. The type of people that the two of you are, because it's something that you both want to share. All right, hon, be safe. Hey, you wearing sneakers? You're not wearing boots? You sure? Make sure you look for black eyes, especially in the not in the street and sidewalk both. Hey, Kate, I think you should wear boots. Oh, okay. All right. I'll keep my phone next to me. Okay. Yay, this guy. Fashion. Life into wash sneakers. Life into wash sneakers. I mean, finding class in gym. Yeah. So I love it that the both of you, like, you able to share this because it is true, that's something that a lot of us don't think about it, which is like, sad because we need to learn from each other whenever necessary. We have to. So uh, I'm going to leave you guys here today. Um, for Impamun Komodie, Dr. Osei, we took off for the holidays. So I'm not sure if we coming on today. And I welcome everybody, those who share the program, who invited friends, who liked it, who love it, use other emojis, and commented, share their comments. Thank you so very much. I really truly love each and every one of you. Hey, brother Kevin Holy, Afishiapa mi hu wache papa. Jama, yes, sister, be ache, say ache, say, woo you, sissy munti, we need mrekra. Atupambushios, where drew home. It's on Gacha. It's good to see you. Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to find something, but I forgot what I was doing. Hey, Charlie, many me kasane. Mean some mean some Oh my goodness gracious. Uh, oh, thank you also, Sister Aisha. Thank you. She said thank you very much. Sister Love. Thank you also. Sister Sage Williams said thank you, Sir Adwoa Odo. I like your dance on TikTok. Oh, for sure. Yes. That's like another place I want to explore myself over there. But like, a lot of times, sometimes, I mean, I love to like be able to have some of our sisters, we come on and just have normal conversation, bring a topic and talk about it randomly. It would be nice. I would love to have something like that. Some of you can come on without the video and we just, talk about things, areas because at times it's good to have like group discussion than just you. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Uh-huh. Sometimes, you do things just to relieve some stress and stuff. Uh, hey, brother Kevin Holy, what for last name? Need to say we so innocent. What my last name name Fulumo? You guys should not let the last name fool you. So you see the laughing that he's putting there. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's what's up. So listen, like I do mediation, right? I do counseling. So like I have like some people. Oh boy, I normally do most of them behind camera, which is because a lot of people like that's how they feel comfortable. And I understand because our society we don't empathize cry. Yet to be like we just want to uh do things to ruin the person's life and stuff, which is really sad. That's why a lot of people within our society community are really struggling and most of them are still traumatized because they don't have their own voice to be able to express themselves freely. I think I watched in a couple programs. I don't remember who was saying, or maybe I've read a post on social media about a lady who went to a radio station in Chrome, Ghana, and they really chew into this woman who has been traumatized, and they mistreat her badly. I haven't watched the video. I need to take time to watch the video and see. Uh, it's really bad, and it's really unfortunate that when it comes to our society, a lot of people don't want to learn. They want to treat people as they want, which is it's bad. We need to do better. Mhm. So, and also, I'm going to leave you guys here, but what I want to leave us with, including myself, is that not all mistakes in our life can be fixed. So, we need to keep that in mind before we make choices or decisions. You know, some decisions, when you make that mistake because you were aware, when you know you're doing wrong and you go ahead and do it anyway, there are some that it can never be fixed. So both gender, men, women, should not expect their significant others, their children, family members, friends to forgive them because they made a mistake. I'm sorry. Life is not about that. Mhm. So you guys have a good night. I see y'all tomorrow afternoon on my end. Some of you will be evening. I know UK and Ghana will be evenings with Suffer Samuel. So yeah, he's back. So I love each and every one of you. Please go to sages.com to get some authentic merchandise from Sister Sage Williams, called Sister Aisha Ankara, okay, for healthy living products and Avons. Sister Ya Atabra, just go to Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. If you can get the book on Kindle, just get it and support. Please, let's support our own, okay? We shouldn't be like waiting for to support Abrofo. I don't even understand Abrofo. Let me play my jingle about self. Is it self love? Kindness. Oh, okay. This one is kindness. Yeah. I have to do another one. Yeah, I have to do that one.
Hello, this is Adwoa Odo. How's everybody doing? Kindness goes a long way. If you are in a position to help someone in need, by all means, go ahead and do so. You will be blessed and favored for the rest of the remaining of your life. There are men and women out there who are kind-hearted, loving, caring, and will go out of their way to do things for other people in need. On the other hand, there are some women and men out there who will use lies, deception to be hurtful and harmful to other people. They will do things behind closed door or be snake under grass. They will pretend to be your friends and yet they're not your friends. They dare to hurt you. Be mindful of the circle of your friends. Be prayerful and take care of yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Much love.
Love, guys. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. See y'all tomorrow afternoon with some more. Okay? Take care. Love you guys.